Welcome to the Monster Cup Series Season 3, Race 13, the Quaker State 200 at Louisiana. There's bad weather in the area, so we got to get going as quickly as we can. Drivers, start your engines. Field fires up and we roll off today for what could be 10 laps of racing. Here's your starting lineup. On the pole is Tony Stewart and Mark Martin. Starting in row 2, Kevin Harvick and Matt Kenseth. Row 3, Ryan Newman and Dale Jr. Row number 4, you find DeBiff and the man from Minnesota, Carter Adelman. Row 5, Martin Truex Jr. and Danica Patrick. Row 6, Denny Hamlin and Paul Menard. Row 7, Jeff Gordon and Bryce Harvey. Row 8, Trevor Bayne and Juan Montoya. Row 9, Kurt Busch and Brad Keselowski. Row 10, Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch. Row 11, Marcus Ambrose and Gino Harvey in the Code Red car for the first time this season. Row 12 is Clint Boyer and Jamie McMurray. Row 13 is Casey Kane and some dude in the 48 car. Here we go. Let's go racing at Louisiana. Green flag is out. Tony Stewart leads us down for 10 laps of racing. As they come through turns 3 and 4 for the first time today. And Carter Adelman gets turned sideways. He saves it, but he hits Hamlin, and we got a big wreck on lap 2. Truex is out. Paul Menard is involved in it. Danica Patrick got wrecked. Denny Hamlin was the first one to get sent around. Carter Adelman on pit road with some damage. Let's get a replay. Looks like Truex gets into Adelman. He spins, drifts, saves it, but he hits Hamlin, then Danica and Truex got taken out. Paul Menard nowhere to go. We are back green. Stewart leads us to the restart on lap 3. Stewart comes back around. 6 laps of racing to go as we got a side-by-side battle for second, but Harvick's going to take it. And contact, and around goes Kenseth and Newman. Let's get a replay. Oh, Newman got loose. Kenseth slid up into him and spun around, and there is report of weather. I believe there was rain when those guys slipped. And we are back racing again. And on the backstretch they are. And the power just went out, but there is too much rain. Kevin Harvick is going to win this event. The power went out just as the storm came. And unfortunately, it's going to cancel this race. Let's see your finishing results. Kevin Harvick is going to win the race. That came very suddenly. Second was Tony Stewart. Third was Greg Biffle. That's a run that he needed. He was kind of on the bubble of the chase. Fourth was Mark Martin. That's a good run for him as Jacques Villeneuve is going to take over for the next race. Bryce Harvey with a great run trying to get that wild card that he could get because of his win at Bronson. Junior. Sixth, Brad Keselowski in 7th. 8th, Jeff Gordon. 9th was Trevor Bayne. That's a good run for him. He's had a few solid top 10 finishes. Kurt Busch with, I believe, his first top 10 of the year. 11th. That's a typo. 11th. Okay, 12th. Juan Pablo Montoya in the Clorox car for the first time this year. Kyle Busch finishes 13th. That's right around where he started. Wasn't able to make much ground up. Marcus Ambrose finishes 14th. 15th was Gino Harvey in the Code Red car. 16th. We got problems here. It's starting to buffer again. So yeah, Gino Harvey was 15th. That's gonna hurt him in the points. He entered this race as the point leader, but now he's going to fall back. There's Jamie McMurray. He finishes 16th. That's where he's been in points pretty much all year long. It's been a struggle for Jamie. Clint Boyer finishes 17th. 18th, Casey Kane. Started on the last row with that other guy. And 19th. Okay, 20th, Carter Adelman. And it's buffering. Well, at least that's a good sight that it's buffering at this moment. Carter Adelman in the Nike car. Second race in a row he's sporting those colors. He's in the Taco Bell car for Montana. 21st is Matt Kenseth in the Valvoline Ford. 22nd, Ryan Newman. Newman threw his helmet at Kenseth, just saying. 23rd was Denny Hamlin after he got wrecked on lap 2 and Adelman got knocked sideways. Danica Patrick was also involved in that incident, along with Martin Truex Jr. And there's Paul Menard. He finished 25th, and as we just mentioned, Martin Truex Jr. got involved in that incident. He finishes 26th. These are the drivers that DNF'd and didn't even finish this race, obviously. Logano, Allmendinger, Almirola, and Burton. That's the first race Jeff Burton has ever missed in the Monster Cup Series. So that's got to be a pretty big disappointment to that 31. And now here are your point standings. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is your new point leader by 3 points over Greg Biffle. Gino Harvey falls 2 spots in the points to 3rd. 4th is Tony Stewart. He gained 3 spots with his impressive performance in this event. Carl Edwards 5th, Busch 6th, Gordon 7th, Hamlin 8th. Harvick tied for 8th with this win. That's a 7-spot gain. Marcus Ambrose in 10th, just barely hanging on to a chase berth. Here's 11th through 20th. Casey Kane fell 2 spots to 11th. Mark Martin gained 4. He's up to 12th. That guy in 13th lost 2 spots in the points. Clint Boyer is 14th. Matt Kenseth fell 3 spots to 15th. The good news is for him, he's only 8 points out of 11th. McMurray, Keselowski, Adelman, Truex, and Burton also in the top 20 in the points, but those guys don't really look like they are in contention for the chase. Ryan Newman, Bryce Harvey, despite Bryce's top 5 finish, he stays 22nd in points. Montoya picks up 1 spot as he passes Paul Menard, last week's winner. Trevor Bayne 25th, 26th was Kurt Busch. He gained 2 spots. He's up to 26th. Allmendinger, Almirola, Danica, and Joey Logano. Those guys are deep in the points. Guys and gals, I should say. So Logano's just had a miserable season. 30th in points, in no contention whatsoever, not even a win or anything for a wild card. So Logano looks to pretty much be done for this season. And these are the drivers that have only been in 1 race, and that was Daytona. Hornish. Actually, no, Hornish has been in a few other races. But he just hasn't been able to make much of it when he has raced. Bobby Labonte's going to be back for race 16 all the way through the end of the year. Wallace and Smith, but then Montana and Napa Race Park are the only 2 tracks before the chase starts, and we will see you at Montana.